We here at Stay Tuned Radio Theater utilize the medium of old-school radio shows with modern-style humor to create content that strives to remind everyone it's always okay to laugh.
Good morning, and welcome back to Anchor City News. I'm your host, Chip Chipper. Today marks day 5 of having absolutely no major crimes or catastrophes occur within the city limits. This amount of time without a supervillain's gas bomb going off or water supply poisoning is unheard of in our beloved city. For more good news, let's go to Ron Densation for the weather. Ron?
Thank you, Chip. There has been a record-breaking amount of normal weather this autumn week. Almost no freak storms or ash falling from the sky as a result of a monster being destroyed above the city in a huge climactic battle. We're hoping this trend of non-weather-related super crimes continues, so we can get through one season without debilitating, skyrocketing insurance policies. Back to you, Chip.
Thanks, Ron. To see how things are going on in the heart of the city, we go to our on-the-street reporter, Rob Porter. Rob?
Thank you, Chip. Well, I gotta say, this is quite an improvement because I am usually either stabbed or dodging falling parts of buildings at this point.
Indeed. Usually when we cut to you, it's just a shot where the camera was knocked down and you're writhing on the floor.
Right? But yeah, things are seeming to look up in Anchor, so good God, what is that?
Hey, you must be the new guy. You got the stink on you.
Yeah, I already got stuck with the name Newbie, and it's my first day, too.
Don't let those idiots spook you. The job attracts a less than respectable bunch, but hey, the pay is good, and if you're smart, you'll know how to stay employed here. And if you're smart like me, you'll ride the system to the end, baby.
Oh, damn, I'm pretty grateful to have a veteran like you nearby in case I have any questions.
Well, fire away, my friend.
How's the boss man?
He's all right, I guess. I mean, I have a more accurate word to describe him, but around here we play it safe and just use the phrase, he's eccentric.
Oh, so you've met him?
Met him? Pfft, I've been with this guy since the start. When he was a nobody, I used to play stickball with him when we was kids.
No kidding.
Yeah, and when times were tough and I was reaching out, he gave me a helping hand. Doing security, he called it. I need some muscle for a project I'm working on, he'd say.
So you can confirm the 3 major rumors I've heard about on my first day alone.
Geez, let me hear it.
Well, is it true he tries to know everybody's name, but he's horrible at remembering the names,
and that you should never correct him? Yeah, don't do that. He's really sensitive about that, and it can get messy.
Good to know. What about the business about his voice?
Yeah, he does the voice at all times. I know for a fact that it's fake, but he insists on doing it for everyone.
God, that is so weird. Okay, so this is the last and final one. I really hope this is fake. But is it true he makes people shake his hook?
Mm-hmm. Yep, when you meet him, and trust me, you will, he loves introducing himself to newbies, you'll be asked to shake his hand. And in this case, you are gonna have to shake the hook.
Like the hook that killed Incrediman, the hook that was put there when Deathfang, the snake creature he created, bit off his hand?
The very same. It's like a power move. He makes you shake it and uses how you respond as a way to get a closer look at who you are as a person.
Jesus, that really is evil.
He ain't that bad if I'm being honest. He's the only supervillain that I know of, at least, that offers dental, so we got that going for us. Oh, right on cue. Here he comes.
Hello, gentlemen. Goon, how are you?
I'm good, Doc. You here to meet the new recruit?
Indeed I am. You the one everyone has come to call, Doobie?
Yes, that is my name, sir.
Ooh, sir, please, call me Dr. Dread. Put him there, newbie. Ooh, firm grip. I like this one. Keep up the good work, gentlemen, and soon I will bring you the world.
Of course, Doc. You hesitated.
I did not.
You so did. It's fine. You didn't correct him on the name thing. That would have been bad. Last guy told him his name was Charles and not Carlton. Remember that huge fire giant that attacked downtown last week?
Him?
Him.
Oh, Jesus. So what's your secret, huh? How do you last so long in a business like this?
God's honest truth. Low expectations.
Really?
Yeah. You hear that shit? I'll bring you the world. You gotta not buy into that. And play the game, and you are golden.
What does that mean?
Look, he is never going to bring us the world, but while that guy is trying to give us the world time and time again, he's putting my kids through college. So all I'm saying is, expect the worst and be prepared, and you can ride this man's pathological need for validation all the way to the bank.
That's crazy. Well, I will have to keep that in mind. Whoa, was that an explosion?
Yep, sounds like the righteous squad is here with their 10 tons of justice. Damn, I was 2 days away from auto payout. Ah, well.
What do we do? Do we run? Am I gonna die?
Get a grip! Just listen to me, and you're gonna be fine. This ain't my first thwarting. Just let him hit you once. Hit the wall, you know? Act like you got knocked unconscious. They leave you alone. You wait till the explosions sound distant, right? And then you book it. And when the good doctor gets out of Mac's pen, he'll look you up and put you back on payroll.
Are you sure the heroes just won't kill us?
Nah, basically the more primary colors you see on their outfits, the more likely they won't kill you. But stay away from that Nightblade guy. I still don't know what his deal is.
Be honest, goons. Does it hurt?
Only for a second, newbie. Only for a second.
Good evening, and welcome to Anchor City News. We are a city in mourning. Today was the worst villain occurrence day in the history of the city. All the villains, due to lack of communication and poor planning abilities, had a scheme planned for earlier today, which would explain why we had nearly a week full of peace, because they were all working on their plots at the same time. While the superheroes did save the day, eventually, the damage was already done for most people of the city. We now go live to one of the witnesses of the event. Bob?
Thank you, Chip. I am standing with Ty Stander, who lives in the heart of the city and has a front row seat to the supervillain smorgasbord. What part stuck out to you, Ty?
Well, I woke up to a huge purple light shooting through my window, so I already knew it was going to be one of those days. So I went to the window to see if it was a waited out type of situation or a nuke us for the greater good kind of situation. And what I see will tingle my spine till I die.
What did you see?
What didn't I see, Bob? Giant robots tearing up street signs, giant bugs climbing up skyscrapers like blades of grass, people all running in fear because all the sewer grates were exploding because the under people had to show up and start something.
Insane.
It was a mess, Bob. When I looked into the sky, there were so many fights going on, it looked like a pinball machine, and the high score was in reach.
Well, thank you for sharing your story with us, Ty.
Anytime. Now, if you excuse me, my house is underwater because the bomb they took away into the lake to save the city created a tidal wave. Bye.
Incredible. Back to you, Chip. Hey, what are you doing with that knife?
Thanks, Rob. Coming up next, if the hero that flipped your car is considered a god, does your insurance file it under Act of God? Stay tuned.
Where am I?
Look who finally woke up. How you feeling, superstar?
My powers. My head. Something is dampening my abilities.
Huh. That would explain why you aren't flying us out of here right now.
Where is here? What do you know? And more importantly, who are you?
You're kidding me, right?
Do I look like I'm kidding?
No, you look like you're cranky because you aren't used to having your own thumb this far up your ass.
Oh, what is that supposed to mean?
Wow, you're not telepathic. There really is a power you don't have.
Oh, sure. Give me a hard time for something that isn't my fault.
I'm sorry. Are you complaining to me about being able to not only lift a truck, but survive getting hit by one?
What I am saying is, being the strongest isn't all it's cracked up to be. Being the strongest means you fight the strongest. I've been in my fair share of peril, so I am fine. I just want to know the identity of a person who was awake before I woke up, chained to a wall!
Oh, really? Well, if you're such an expert on being trapped by villains, why don't you deduce who our captor is? Here's a hint. It ain't me, pal, but I do know who it is. He's one of my regulars. Usually gets the drop on me every once in a blue moon. Dresses up as a scared lady getting mugged, but it's him in a wig, and the mugger is one of his bigger friends with a taser. I mean, hey, shit happens, right? My only concern is, how did he get the hardware to trap a top-shelf do-gooder like you?
Who is it?
Some D-list villain of mine, Nabber. He was behind a bunch of kidnappings in my neighborhood, and when I stopped him, he fell really hard and hit his head on a railing. Well, long story short, he's 2 gears short of a doomsday device, and now he loves kidnapping people for money.
Why me? And how did he get me here? And you still haven't told me who you are.
Well, Your Majesty, my name is Knockout. I am the defender of...
Are you the guy? Are you the guy that got drunk at Thunderstaff's Halloween party and threw up over all the visitors from Steakin' 7?
No, I am not. That was Canon Kyle. I was in the hospital on Halloween. But, like I said, I am Knockout, the local detective vigilante of Liberty Park.
Ooh, that's a pretty rough neighborhood. I've done videos for public schools where I warn kids not to go there.
Yep, that's my stomping grounds.
So how did this idiot trap me?
Well, I have a theory.
Spit it out.
Well, here's the thing. I do a lot of research for my work, keeping an ear to the ground about what the scum are saying so you can stay one step ahead.
Where are you going with this?
Well, there is a rumor going around about you, but it's crazy. So crazy that most skells around these parts won't buy into it. But I've got a feeling Nabby over here was dumb enough to believe it, which means it's true. Now, I thought about this as soon as I saw you drooling when I woke up. But it's kind of a personal question, so I guess you can say I'm stalling.
Well, I'm sure it has nothing to do
Are
with...
you bound by silly string right now?
What? No, I'm not. Why would I
Oh my god, you are! I can see it threaded through the chain.
No, don't be ridiculous. My weakness could never be something so trivial as...
Freaking silly string, dude. I can see the can from here.
No, you can't.
People give me crap because I'm normal and have no powers. But all I need to take down the famous Mighty Man is what kids use on Halloween to act out.
Are you going to help me or not?
Oh, I've been free for the last 5 minutes.
What? How did you...
I told you, not my first rodeo. Now, let's get you out of here.
Wait, what about the Nabber? Isn't he watching us?
First of all, it's not the Nabber, it's just Nabber. Don't give the guy a definite article. He doesn't deserve it. And secondly, you are vastly overestimating my caliber of villains. If he is sticking to his usual timeline, he is currently leaving a blood-stained ransom letter at the police station that tells everyone he has us and the price for getting us back. We can probably catch a quick bite before thwarting him.
Well, that sounds delightful. You are good at your job, my friend. I'm happy the little guys have you to depend on.
You keep him alive, I'll keep him safe. Deal?
Deal.
Welcome back to Anchor City News. I'm Chip Chipper. The notorious mobster, Ricky Tearing, has fallen into a vat of chemicals, which has rendered his skin bright neon pink, but he also has the ability to cause seizures in others. People have been speculating on what the villain's breakout name will be. We here at Anchor City News realize that it is our job to name these villains because we report the things that make them famous. So we asked you to send in your suggestions under hashtag new villain title, and we will now air our favorites for you tonight. The Highlighter. accurate, but not very menacing, but funny to say the least. Shakedown. Now that's more like it. Goes with his powers, and the toughness of it negates the fact that he is literally neon pink now. And our final suggestion is Seizure Salad. Once again, we ask that you do not send in puns for this category. It is a waste of time. So you heard it, folks. Highlighter or Shakedown? Text your votes and decide. Coming up after this, Nightblade, Menace, or Anchor City's most eligible bachelor. Stay tuned. Welcome back, Pop. What'll it be?
Just a whiskey and coke. Got a new job today.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. Where at?
The movie theater. As a ticket taker.
Hold on. You mean to tell me that you, Colonel Pop, the only superhero that can make popcorn appear out of nowhere, and after 30 years of service to the world as a member of the Righteous Squad, is now not using his power to help people enjoy a nice relaxing evening at the movies?
Yes, exactly.
Well, what a world we live in. I say you go back there and you tell them what your power is, and demand you be the popcorn guy.
I did at the interview. They asked for a picture and an autograph, muttered something about health code violations, and told me training starts Monday.
Well, Pop, here, whiskey and coke, on the house.
Well, gee, thanks, Lucky.
Of course, Pop. That superhero pension doesn't last forever. Now your corner seat is open. I'll send Gina over to check on you in a bit. Here's a menu.
Thanks, Lucky.
Malcolm, you crazy lug, you. Come here.
Hey, Lucky. Miss me?
How was vacation?
Wonderful. I can't wait to move there.
Good joke, Malcolm. You can't move there for another
Year.
What?
I invested wisely and it paid off. I can finally retire and have a normal life.
Yeah, I understand a man wanting happiness.
Thanks, Lucky. I knew you would
Of
understand.
course, I had my happiness once. Her name was Mora, and she was beautiful. And a son, Seamus. If it had not been for Captain Kickfast retiring, they might still be alive today. Oh, God, I miss them more and more every day.
You're right, Lucky. This city needs me. Well, the 8 city split block area that is my designated.
Yes, of course. So you're saying you'll stick around?
Yes. Lucky, I'll avenge in the name of Mora and Seamus.
Who?
Your wife and son who were killed.
Oh, right, of course. Them.
Black coffee.
Excuse me, sir? Oh, you're the new one. Glad to see you found your seat. Class is in session. Lesson 1. Name's Lucky, and yes, it's a family name. Lesson 2. I came to this country with nothing but dollars and a bar I inherited. Lesson 3. You got problems? You come to Lucky.
Coffee. Black. Please.
That's better. Take your cowl off, son. I got the heat going.
I would prefer not to.
Oh, come now. What is it? Protecting the ones you love. Bad accident as a child? Vague, tragic backstory? I've heard 'em all, kid. I've been getting superheroes drunk while you were wearing diapers on your head. How's about this? I ask you 10 questions. 10 little questions. And if at the end I guess your backstory and your gimmick, you have to take off the cowl.
I don't wanna.
Come now. Not feeling so lucky?
All right, I accept.
Now, to give you the upper hand here, I'll just ask you yes or no questions, and you only nod, okay? Clever boy. Now, orphan? Of course, silly question. Now, you were out on the streets? Life of crime? Okay, I got it. Your father left before you were born. Your mother died while you were in grade school, moved in with your uncle, taught you a life of crime until somebody, maybe your brother or a lifelong friend, died, and now you vow to clean up the streets as Nightblade, using the same blade that killed your friend or brother. It was your brother, wasn't it?
Well, it looks like I won't be needing this.
Now, what'll it be for you, Mr. Blade?
A hug.
Come here, son.
Thus brings us to the end of another thrilling issue of Stay Tuned.
This comic book comedy episode was especially fun for Rook and I because if there's one thing we love, it's comic books.
And all the lovable tropes that helped us write this superpowered satire.
But we are far from the only fans that helped make this episode.
Indeed. Special thanks to Sam Fitzgerald as Lucky in Lucky's Bar and Chip Chipper in This Just In.
And Jonathan Bailey as Dr. Dread in Just Another Tuesday and as our guest director for Just Another Tuesday and The Brave and the Confused.
We also cannot forget our loyal sponsors, such as Lucky's Bar. If you got a problem, you go to Lucky.
Henchmen Are Us, the only depot that lets you customize your henchmen down to the facial scars and red shirtedness.
Vigilante Cleaners. You keep the streets clean, we'll keep your tights clean.
And finally, the Dastardly's defense attorney. If you had a mask, who's to ask?
And as always,
Stay tuned.